vlog, I'm bringing you with me, and Peyton is coming with me as well, to a show that I've been wanting to do for years. Now, we're not actually setting up as vendors today. We are going undercover as shoppers. So we are going to be taking all of the notes, making sure this is an event that we'd actually be a good fit at, and knowing if it's actually worth investing, because the fee is pretty high for this event and I don't want to waste the fee or time next year doing this event if it's not a good fit for me and my business. That is one of my biggest tips ever. If you want to find a show that you're going to sell really well at, go as a customer first and don't just go shop around and not take any notes. We want to make sure that we are taking notes of the amount of traffic, who's shopping, the other vendors, and a ton of other details at the actual event, so that we know we're actually the right fit for that event in the future, or if it's one that we better pass on. So in today's video, I will be sharing all of the tips and tricks that you need to know when researching events and going and checking them out as a shopper first. Hey makers, welcome back to my channel. My name is Camryn. If you're new here, I love sharing on my channel behind the scenes tips and tricks and industry secrets all about making more money in your handmade business by selling at craft shows. So if that interests you, be sure to subscribe down below. In today's vlog, it's a little bit different. We're not actually setting up as a vendor. We're actually going and seeing one of my best friends who is set up as a vendor there. And I'm sure I'm gonna know a ton of the vendors. A lot of vendors at past shows have told me that this event would be perfect for me, but the fee is super high. I think it's somewhere between $300 and $400 for a 3-day weekend. So I wanna go as a customer first. I don't wanna risk that much in my business right now. I'm gonna check it out for myself. I'm gonna take notes, and I'm also bringing Peyton. We're going undercover. Are you excited to be not setting up and instead going as a shopper?
Yeah, I'm excited to see what we find.
Are we gonna buy things?
That's up to you.
So I actually do want to get a couple Christmas decor things if I find anything, but we're on a mission as well. We're not just there to see my friend. We're not just there to shop. We want to take note if this is an event that I'd actually like to sell at next year. So I'm going to be sharing all of that behind the scenes in today's vlog. And I just want to thank you so much for coming with me today. If you want to work on something while watching this video, I actually am riding Passenger Princess right now, working on a velvet beanie. I'm working with the Juicy Couture yarn. This stuff is so soft. Look at this skein. This skein is a little bit of a mess, but I love this yarn so much. And I'm working on a baby hat because I am prepping for some upcoming markets that I have. But yeah, today we get to enjoy being shoppers, and I'm actually pretty pumped about it. We better grab a chai latte because I haven't got one yet today, and it's kind of a necessity at this point. So we're gonna stop by, grab a chai, and then head to the event. Hey, how's it going? Hi, good, how are you? Doing good. I think I'm gonna do a chai, and then can I do oat milk with that? Yeah. And I said iced, right? You did. Okay, perfect. 20 ounce, right? Yep, sweet. That's perfect.
Can I do a Red Bull, whatever flavor?
A Red Bull. Is it good?
Oh yeah.
Mine's really good. We got our drinkies. Now let's go to the show. Mine is so good. The first tip that I have for you, if you want to check out a show in your area and see if it's actually worth doing and what we're doing, you definitely want to keep in mind the time of day and the actual day that you're going on, because an event like this, it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Most likely, Friday's gonna be the slowest day. Then it's gonna be Sunday, with Saturday being the busiest day where you get the most amount of traffic. Now we're going on a Sunday, so Sundays are gonna be a bit slower than Saturdays are, but considering that we're coming from church and our friends that we're meeting are coming from church, we're probably gonna hit that after church rush, which is gonna be the busiest point in the day for Sunday, which is right about now, and it's about 12:30 right now. So I'm assuming it's gonna be pretty busy, at least busy for a Sunday. Again, you want to keep that in mind. If you're going Saturday morning, it's probably going to be pretty busy. Or if you're going middle of the day on a Friday, checking out the event, it's not going to be very busy. A lot of people don't get off work until 4 or 5, and so you might not have that traffic yet. So those are just some things to keep in mind when you're checking out a show, and also when you're setting up at a show as well. There's going to be different periods that are a little bit busier, but right now I think we are going at a good time to gauge what the traffic's going to be like. And one more thing I want to mention is this is an event where we have to pay to get in. So usually that does mean that the shoppers that are shopping are going to be spending more money, because this is what happens when you pay to get in somewhere. You feel like you had to buy at least some things, or it wasn't worth what you paid to get in. At least that's how my mind works, and that's probably why I'm probably gonna do a little bit of shopping today, because we paid to get in. We might as well get our money's worth by paying for more things. I don't know, it's just a thing that happens at these events. If it's an event where you had to pay to get in, most likely the shoppers are going to be spending more money, and they also bring more cash and money to spend because they go there literally just to shop. I do events that have other events going on, like maybe concerts going on, people are eating. This is an event where people are going literally to shop, and it's also a really great time of the year because it's almost December, it's almost Christmas, and everybody's looking for great Christmas gifts and Christmas decor. So super excited to see what they have, see how many other vendors I know, see my friend, and also just see what the general traffic is looking like. So let's go check it out. Oh, it's called something?
Yeah, the sunk cost fallacy.
Sunk cost fallacy.
You've financially committed to something. It's like imagine you buy like a cell phone, like the newest iPhone.
Okay.
It's $1,200, and then you read some reviews online where they're like, yeah, it's actually like not like the best phone out there. Then you're gonna be upset.
Oh.
Because you're like, well, I put this money into it,
Yeah.
I need to have it validated. Same with purchasing something. Like if I bought a video game for $60, like I'm gonna, even if I don't really like it, I'm gonna play it. So I feel like I get my value.
Yeah, like you get your money's worth.
So for shops or for markets, then yeah, if you pay $15 to get in, then you're like, well, I have to buy something to justify that purchase.
Oh. What's it called again?
The sunk cost fallacy.
Sunk cost fallacy. We just learned something from Teacher Peyton. This event is actually at our fairgrounds, and I've set up here before for another event. So I know what the parking lot looks like when it's busy. I know what the venue looks like when it's busy. Okay, there's quite a few cars, definitely not full. I'll give you a look. Quite a few cars over here, but then back here, not as many. And then there's a lot of emptiness back there. So again, this is one that you had to pay to get in. So we are gonna go up here, pay. Oh, they got their sign up. I'm super excited. It's called the Christmas Arts and Crafts Show, Custer's Christmas Arts and Crafts Show. So let's go check it out. Just as we're walking in, I'm seeing a lot of people leaving with bags, which is a really good sign. That means people did shopping here. So we'll see how busy it is when we get in there. Okay, so here's the thing. We walk in there and it's just instant Christmas music playing pretty loud, and I don't want to get a copyright strike. So this part of the vlog is going to have to be a voiceover, but I was trying to talk to you during these points in the video. So I'm gonna just do a voiceover of what I was actually saying in the video. But here we are walking into the event. There was no line to get in, but there were several people right in front of us, but it wasn't a wait or anything. And you actually bought your ticket on a little square iPad type of deal, which I thought was kind of fancy schmancy. But anyways, I saw somebody I knew literally right off the bat. I know so many vendors in this area, so it was really fun. Peyton and I were just scoping out the third bay. There's 3 different bays in this venue, and again, I've done an event here before, so this was the bay that I was actually in during Farm Chicks, which was my event that I did here. Also, this mannequin that they had out scared me so bad. I thought it was a real person for a second. The main difference I was noticing compared to the other event that I've done here before was this one was definitely way more crafty, arts and crafty. There was a lot of art and a lot of crafts, obviously. And the other event that I was doing had a lot more antiques. This one didn't have any antiques. So I actually think this may be a better fit for me as far as the products that are being sold. This booth just had a sign that said man art, so I let Peyton look there for a second as I scoped out some pottery. There was a ton of pottery, so many pretty pieces. I was noticing a ton of Christmas decor, which I loved. There were these wreaths, and these were super duper cute. I just loved how themed it was, how Christmassy it was in there. And I also got a ton of inspiration from other booth designs as well. Like this one I really loved. We continued to the middle bay section. There was these walking sticks that I thought were pretty cool. And there were a few more crafters in this middle section, but it definitely wasn't as filled out as the side sections were. So we continued on. We were trying to find my friend as well. She actually was in the very last section. So it took us a minute to find her.
It's a fun date for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wait, this is so cute. I was trying to put in little clips of me talking to you at the event, but you know, there was so much Christmas music. It was only certain areas that you couldn't hear it, and I couldn't really tell that you would be able to hear it while we were there, but here we are. Peyton is actually giving some really good advice in this clip. He's saying, look at the type of shoppers that are shopping. Are they your ideal customer? So definitely wanted to share that tip because definitely really, really important to look out for. And he noticed that I was doing a lot of shopping and noticing all of the crochet and yarn booths that I could possibly find. So he was trying to give some advice as I was getting super distracted. We finally came across my friends while shopping, and they led us back to my friend's booth. My friend has a really unique style of art, and so her booth just stood out so beautifully. She does an amazing job. I love her lighting and everything. So this is my friend Jamie, and this is her artwork, and her display was so cute. She had holiday stuff out. She had her iPad out, which, okay, what an amazing idea. It gives your customers a look into your process. If you can put out a screen with a time lapse over it, I definitely want to try doing that. There's Jamie, and here is her beautiful art. She also had these super cute tote bags with her art on there as well, which I thought was so fun and a great gift idea. One of my other friends got this candle, and it was so funny because I actually do a lot of events with this candle maker, and I went to go see her booth, and she had one of my trees out as a display, as part of her display, so I thought that was super fun to see. And of course, I had to snag some candles for myself as well. Our poor guys got super bored, so they went to the food court and chatted, and us girls walked around, did a lot of shopping, and then it was time for us to head out. I was getting pretty hungry, and we had been there for a little longer than we expected. So there was a sign that said no re-entry. It was kind of scary because what if I wanted some last second things? But we were good. I actually think I got everything that I needed, and I was super, super happy with the event. It was a lot of fun, and here I will chat a little bit more about my thoughts. It is now 4 o'clock. We were there for, when did we get there? 1. We were there for a really long time, but it was really good. I did find some things and bought some things, but I don't want to show what I got in case my friends and family are watching this because it's all gifts. But it was other vendors that I've done other events with, and also some new vendors and people I was chatting with. I was following other creators on Instagram and connecting with people. It was a lot of fun. I was chatting with my girlfriends for a really long time, and all of our guys were chatting about all sorts of things, so we kind of split off in different groups. And I definitely think I should do this event next year. It was so slow at the end, but we left at what, like 3:30, I think, and the event was done at 4, and there were still shoppers, but it was really slow, and that's so typical. When we were first there, it was really busy. Actually, when we were kind of gathering up and talking, we didn't even really know where to stand because we didn't want to be in the way of other shoppers and things like that. I was chatting with other vendors. I think I would sell great there. I have more giftable type of things, and it's right before Christmas, so I'm super excited to have all this insight. I'm feeling really inspired. I'm feeling really good. I'm kind of drained, honestly, just because we stayed a little bit longer than I thought we would, and I'm getting pretty hungry, so I think we may stop by the store on the way home, grab a couple of things. My friends were talking about a feta, it's like a tomato feta pasta bake. I guess it was TikTok famous years ago, and they kept talking about it, so I think that's what we're gonna try to make for dinner. And yeah, that's kind of a little recap of how the day went. Definitely saw people shopping, people were buying things. The people that were shopping were very similar to what I would say my target audience are. There was a lot of young families, so I definitely think I would do well here. A lot of the things that were being sold that I could see that were being sold were kind of lower price point options for gift ideas, which I have a ton of those, so I think I would really do well at the show. I was talking to some other vendors about where to apply, when to apply, so that's some other stuff that you can do when you're at the show, is make sure you're not taking away from them and their customers. But towards the end, when it was really slow and there weren't a ton of customers, I was chatting with vendors and just getting some more information on the show. And yeah, I'm super excited to try the show. Next year is definitely one that I think I'm going to want to prep for. My friend said that the fee was about $300 for 3 days, which sounds like a lot, but honestly, with that amount of traffic, I think it would be totally worth it for me. So definitely excited about trying it out, giving it a go. But I wanted to thank you so much for coming with us to the show, and it was fun just going as a shopper today, not as a vendor, even though it is fun being a vendor and I'm excited to be one. It was fun just going and enjoying a shopping experience at one of these. So I want to thank you so much for coming with me. If you want to see what it's like to be a vendor at one of these events and you haven't checked out this market vlog series, then go ahead and click on this playlist right here and go binge watch my market vlogs. I will see you, my friend, in these videos right here. Bye.